is in the air tonight.
Hey,
Something smells fishy, and we ain't eating fish.
Hey,
Thinking
what's
to
up?
myself,
I didn't think I
what
was
the
gonna
hell
see
is
y'all
this?
tonight. There's other content creators on.
Sex is good, but please do
Later than
better.
never. Steven, forget
That
you.
pH balance together,
Hey,
baby.
Quincy, what's going on? How y'all like that music, huh? Got a old school beat to it, okay? But y'all gotta listen to the lyrics. Listen to the lyrics, baby. Hey, sister 1973.
You gotta check that pH balance,
Y'all hear it, right?
baby.
You said they're just always late. I'm on time. I'm on time. I said 9 o'clock today.
You gotta check that pH balance, baby.
Oh my God. You better stop clowning me, Quincy.
That pH
Okay?
balance, baby.
How y'all like the song? Huh? I got it from Snoop.
Something is off.
I follow Snoop, so I got it from his page.
Something is in the air tonight.
18 said we are
Something
dedicated
smells
to
fishy,
you.
and we ain't
Started me
eating fish.
watching YouTube.
Thinking to myself,
I
what the
didn't get
hell
the
is
memo,
this?
LOL. I've been waiting since this morning. I'm
Sex is
tired of
good,
Quincy.
but please do better.
Oh my goodness.
You need to get that pH balance
You said you
together,
about to
baby.
cut up. Good morning. Well, I'm about to say good morning. Good evening. Good night. Yes. Soraya, I see you, honey. How are you? All right now. So good night, everybody. How y'all doing? Okay? Okay, how y'all doing? We about to start some trouble. Sister 1973 done already started off the donation. Thank you, baby, for the 199 super chat. Said, get down, y'all. she said, get down, y'all. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Did she say that? She said, y'all, get down, y'all. Okay? Sister 1973 is a troublemaker, just like the rest of y'all. Okay? She fit right on in. All y'all just troublemakers. Okay? But I love you. Okay? Let's start some trouble. Okay? We gonna start some trouble. So the title of this foolery is LA Fire Chief says she don't know how the fire hydrants get water. Let me repeat that one more time. The LA fire chief says she don't know how the fire hydrant get water. Question, y'all. You know, I put it in the chat. Okay? I put it in the chat already. Should the fire chief know where the water comes from for the fire hydrant? I asked y'all that already. Should they know? 62% said true. They should know. 38 said false. They should know. Okay. So now, the thing is that for you to be the fire chief, you're not supposed to know the ins and out and where the water is coming from. Are we supposed to know if the reservoir, I know I said that word wrong, but are we supposed to know as being a fire chief that there's no water in the reservoir? Now I know I said that wrong, y'all. Okay, I'm trying to pronounce it as quick as good as I can, but I'm not. So should we know? This is the thing. I still ain't gonna get it 18. Thank you, baby doll. But we should know this thing. Common Sense Channel, how are you, hun? We should know this. This should not be something that the fire chief is not supposed to know. Do you understand? And this is the thing that irks my nerve, and I'm going to share this with y'all. It's not just African American women, but women in general, that we pass the buck. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not, as you being a fire chief, why you didn't make it your business to know where this water come from? You know what I'm saying? Make it your business to know where this water come from. How did you not know that y'all didn't have any water in the fire hydrants? You the fire chief, you're supposed to know this. If the reservoir, I know I said that wrong, if it was empty, should you have known that before you sent all these firemen and women out there to fight this fire? But we gotta pass the buck. It's like all of them down there. Okay, all of them down there is just passing a buck to everybody, instead of taking it upon themselves to know your job. You're supposed to know your job. Okay? Down here in South Jersey, the water company, like, they always hit you with a call real quick to tell you they're checking the fire hydrants. Okay? They always hit you with a call. We out there, you gonna see us, we're checking the fire hydrants. So you're telling me that they didn't know that these fire hydrants was not working, but they just plugged up the hose to them and nothing was coming out. Now the chief claims she didn't know that these fire hydrants wasn't working. Okay, so she turned around. Hey, green beans, what's going on? So she turned around. I decided to live today. How you doing? I decided to live today. I'm sorry. So the thing is that everybody is passing the buck. Now listen to me. At the end of the day, they all did bull crap. Okay? At the end of the day, they all did bull crap. But my problem is all the women that are captains are passing the buck. Okay? Because as the captain and you're the head, you're the HIT. Oh, I'm saying it wrong. What I'm trying to say is that you're the head, okay? You are the head. I can't say ninja because, you know, she's Caucasian. Okay, so you're the head. We're going to still say it because it's funny. You're the head ninja in charge. Okay? You are the head in charge. Okay? And so you don't know where this water comes from. You didn't know that the fire hydrants didn't have water in it. Everybody is passing the buck. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everybody is passing the buck. Check this out. Did y'all know that the mayor knew 2 days before, okay, that because they didn't service the woods, they didn't do what they were supposed to do, that they said they knew 2 days before, she knew 2 days before that some nonsense was going to happen before she went to Ghana. So only why a group of people went to Ghana was because President, well, is he, you know what, I don't even know if I can say he's our president, but because President Biden, okay, asked them to go to Ghana to celebrate the inauguration, okay, of the Ghana new president. So she went, okay? Now, against her best judgment, okay, against her best judgment, because I don't know if she had a best judgment or not, but your city was in trouble. Your city was in trouble. Why did you go? 1000 Watts Radio, how are you? So, against better judgment, you left to go to Ghana and your city was in trouble. And then, when the reporter, one of the reporters, caught you, okay, coming back, okay, they tried to ask you some questions, you said nothing. You could have at least said, I just got back. I've been briefed about what's going on. And once I get out of here, I'm hitting I'm hitting the ground running to figure out what's going on. The thing is that the government has been giving them an scapegoat. That's why they continue to do the foolery that they're doing down there in California, because they have put in their mind, well, if everything burns or if anything happens, all we got to do is sign up. Okay? All we got to do is sign up to get some money from the government, so we don't have to pre-treat the forest. We don't have to pre-treat nothing. Do you hear what I'm saying? We don't have to do she. Okay? Because the government is going to give us money to fix everything. And that's what they put in their mind. Okay? So this is why you see the foolery going on. Everybody trying to pass the buck. How many times have I said to y'all, okay? How many times have I said to y'all that the throne and the crown does not want us? The throne and the crown does not want us. Hey, Hebrew, how are you? So, the throne and the crown does not want us. And why I say this, okay? Why I say this is because we don't like to take accountability. Like when we screw up, do you hear what I'm saying? When we screw up, we don't know how to say it was me. Do you hear me? We don't know how to say it was me. What we do is pass the buck to the next person. Okay? Like as the fire chief, should you have not, you know what I'm saying? You should have known that the fire hydrants are not working properly. You should have known that where am I getting this water from for the fire hydrants as the chief. Okay? And I'm going to share something, that mayor, okay? You know that your city is prone to this nonsense. Your city is prone to this nonsense. Okay? How many times have they had fires in California? Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Y'all prone to this nonsense. Why would you go and slash the funding for the fire department? That was stupid. That was stupid. Why would you do that? Where did the money go? Now, allegedly, they say it was for migrants. California is the top state for revenue for taxes. They bring in buco money. It is nasty. Do you hear what I'm saying? It is so nasty. Buco money they bring in taxes. Okay? And so now these people house is burnt to a crisp. And all we doing is talking about the famous people houses that's burnt to a crisp. We're not talking about the generational houses that were there. Generational houses that's passed from generation to generation and stuff like that. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about those houses. We're not talking about the average Joe who lives there that have lost everything. And then State Farm just ran and like, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? State Farm just was like, nah, I'm out of here. And the federal government doesn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? The federal government does not say anything. That sounds so crazy. What I always tell y'all is to pay attention to what's going on behind the curtain. Okay? I always say this to y'all. The stuff that's going on behind the curtain, then the stuff that is the smoke and mirrors. Do you hear what I'm saying? Because there's a reason why all this stuff is going on. The average Joes, right? The land that their house is on, right? The houses are worth 10 to 20 million dollars. Now these are average Joe people that's living in this house. Their great grandmother or grandfather bought this house, and the house look amazing and it's big. Okay, it's huge, and the house is expensive. Okay, this is, this allegedly. Okay, I don't want to start no conspiracy theories. Okay, allegedly. But their houses were just burnt to a crisp. These people will not be able to rebuild. They will have to rely on whatever the government gives them. Do you hear me? They will have to rely on whatever the government gives them, and more than likely they probably will leave California. What happens? That's real estate, baby. That's real estate. All the rich people gonna be able to build. They're gonna be able to build their stuff back. The memories and the pictures will be gone, but they'll be able to rebuild. But the poor neighborhoods, okay, the working class neighborhoods, do you hear what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Oh, baby, come on now. You know that's not gonna hurt me, baby. I make some good pancakes with some eggs and sausages. I listen. I get down in the kitchen. Now, this is the uncomfortable truth. There's a reason why those houses burnt like that. Come on now. There's a reason why those houses burnt like that. 18, thank you, baby. But we are only paying attention. Hey, Tara, we're only paying attention to the smoke and mirrors. We're not paying attention to what's going on behind the curtain. We worried about all the celebrities that lost their homes and this and that. But the average Joes have lost much worse. They have lost generational wealth. Those houses, those memories, they have lost all that. Do you hear what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, Johnson, they said he told them in 2018, not 2017, but he told them in 2018, Trump told him, let's get Canada to pump water, okay? Let's get a pipeline going to pump water from Canada into California. Okay, he asked him that. Let's do that. Let's think about it. Gavin Newsom, I hope that's his name. I hope I said his name right. Allegedly, he said no. No. And this is the thing that makes me feel so like my heart just breaks, because the government is going to give you money anytime this forest nonsense fire happens, right? So what's the need of me pre-treating the forest when I'm going to get a whole lump sum of money and nobody is watching what I'm doing with the money? Allegedly, I don't want to do no conspiracy theories, okay? But if I'm getting a lump sum of money every time a forest fire happens and it's burning everything down, and nobody has a watchdog over me when it comes to this money, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Come on now. What am I going to do if I don't have a watchdog that's watching where this money come from? What am I going to do? I'm going to do some nonsense. Yes, I'm gonna do some nonsense. If nobody is not watching me, just like how kids do, you put cookies up, okay? You put all these cookies in the cookie jar. You say like, this is your cookies, okay? These are your cookies, but I don't want you to get it right now. Okay? I don't want you to get it right now. Now we got to say allegedly. Okay? I don't want you to get it right now. All of a sudden that child don't see you. They looking around, the child don't see you. Okay? They go in there and snatch one of those cookies. Okay? And say that cookie is like 1 billion. You know what I'm saying? $1 billion. Nobody sees it. Allegedly. All right? Because we got to say allegedly. Okay? But the thing is that if I'm getting a lump sum from the government and I don't have a watchdog that's watching what I'm doing with the money, baby, I could do some foolery. I can do some foolery. If you give me a large amount of money, I can do some foolery. And so now they have learned that anytime something happens, all they got to do is look to the government. When all they had to do was pre-treat those forests. That's all they had to do. Those 800 prisoners that they took and made firemen, all they had to do was have those 800 prisoners clean the forest. Every month, y'all get in here, start cleaning those forests. Get some of those trees that's dead, chop them down, this and that, or whatever. Okay? Sweep the area. This is the uncomfortable truth. That's what y'all should have been doing. Okay? Spray that water. Get those trees wet, the ground wet, stuff like that. So now if anybody try to ignite anything, it won't work. But because the government is giving you, is being your crutch, and if anything happens, you'll be able to go to them so they'll give you the money, you're going to fuck up. You're going to fuck up. You're going to do a fucked up job because they're giving you everything you need. And that's why it was easy for y'all to cut all that money from the fire department. But my problem is that all those women that y'all made fire chief, all those women that you made fire chief, I want to know, can they climb up a ladder? Because I done seen them, okay? I want to know, can they climb up a ladder and get somebody twice their size? Okay? I want to know, are they able to hold a fire hose and directly hit the house? Okay? I want to see them be able to kick a door in for them to be fire chief. Okay? Because if you can't physically do the work, I don't care how long you went to college. I don't care how smart you are. If you cannot physically do a dangerous job, sit your ass the fuck down. That's what I said. Sit your ass the fuck down. If you cannot physically do that job, okay? You hear me? If you cannot physically do that job, sit your ass down. And because of DEI, that's what they call it, right? And I don't even like to use this thing. But because of DEI, okay, hey Sniper, what's going on, baby? So, and because of DEI, okay, because of DEI, y'all just went and, okay, well, they may not have everything, but we want to be, politically correct bullshit. Okay? So you done got these women who can't save nobody. I'm sorry, I seen them. Ain't nobody gonna tell me they can kick in a door and run with all that equipment on. Ain't nobody gonna tell me that lie. Okay? Ain't nobody gonna tell me that lie. Okay? And I ain't trying to be mean, but we're putting women in certain positions and we are endangering the lives of Americans. I said it. I said it. We are putting women in certain positions and we are endangering the lives of Americans because you want to be politically correct. We are endangering the lives of American people because of this DEI nonsense. I'm sorry. I know it's nasty. I know it's nasty. But when the chief get up there and say, I don't know where, the water come from for the fire hydrant. Baby, you don't need that job. You don't need that job. If you don't know where the water come from for the fire hydrant, baby, you don't need that job. That's nasty, I know, right? But you don't need that job. If you don't know what you supposed to do, you don't know where your equipment come from, you don't know where the water come from, you don't know why the fire hydrant ain't working, you don't need to be captain. Okay? You don't need to be captain. That's the uncomfortable truth. Okay, and you know when 18 said it, but she's educated. She's educated. And that's the thing that Crockett got up there and said on CNN. Black women are the highest demographic in education in the United States. I'm going to share something with y'all, and it's going to be nasty a little bit. This is going to be nasty a little bit, okay? This is going to be nasty a little bit. Sometimes people could be book smart, but streetwise, they could be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be book smart all you want. Know every damn thing, okay? I ain't lying to you. I ain't lying to you. Know every damn thing in a book. But street smart, you foolish. Like, anybody can fool you, okay? Anybody can fool you. Anybody can play games on you. And because you not street smart, okay? You could get out here and get hurt. So you hire all these women because they're educated, more smarter than the men who are the firemen. They're more smarter than them. So you put them as the chief because they're more smarter. But the problem is their job is physical. That's the problem. Because if these women were really smart, okay? If these women was really smart, why would you get up there on live TV and say you didn't know where the water came from for the fire hydrant? Okay? That's the last shit I would have said. You don't know where the water come from for the fire hydrant. That shit don't make no sense. I'm sorry. Okay? And they paying y'all nasty money. They paying y'all nasty money. Now, I saw one of y'all, y'all was running. One of y'all was running. Baby, you look like you needed a cane. One of y'all was running, okay, with that equipment on. You look like you needed a cane. Okay? And you the fire chief. At least when you see an old black or Caucasian or, white man, you know what I'm saying? And they be the chief. At least they show you pictures from when they was young, when they used to bust doors open and stuff like that and get people out, So they got the right to be big and fat. You know what I'm saying? In their old age and they the chief. They got the right to be big and fat, okay? But y'all young. Oh, y'all young. And so and I'm not being mean. I'm a big girl. Y'all know I'm a big girl. I'm not being mean. Okay? But if you don't know how to drag a hose, you have never dragged a hose. Okay? You have never karate kicked the door in. Okay? You have never done none of that. Okay? You have never done none of that. You have never carried somebody down the ladder twice your size like a man does. Okay? You should not be chief. You should not be chief. I'm sorry. I know it's nasty. Now, listen, I know some of y'all don't like Stephen A. Smith, but I like Stephen A. Smith because he talk a lot of shit. Okay? I like him because he talk a lot of shit. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Donate to the page if you feel the content, baby. Okay? We gonna get into the foolery. Take heed. They have never dragged a hose and you dragging hose. Now listen, Sniper, don't start no mess in here. Hey Saint, what's up, baby? Don't start no mess in here, Sniper. Okay? Don't start no mess in here. All right, now we gonna get into Stephen A. Smith because he got a long conversation. Okay, and I want y'all to hear what he said because Stephen A. Smith was ready. Okay, Stephen A. Smith is ready for all type of smoke. It ain't even funny. Okay, it ain't even funny. He is ready for all type of smoke. He like, bitch, say what? You know what I'm saying? It's that nasty. Okay, it's that nasty, y'all. Okay, and I'm sharing something with you. I'm tired of hearing the excuses. I am tired of hearing the excuses. All those people lost their homes. So far, 10 people lost their life. And all we know is that you got a mayor that just came from Ghana. Okay? Enjoyed herself in Ghana. Okay? Shout out to Ghana. Enjoyed herself in Ghana. And then you got a fire chief. Okay? Allegedly, she might get fired. Because she spoke the truth. But I still got a problem with you because I'm going to share with you why. Why did you say you ain't know where the water come from for the fire hydrants, though? That's your job to know where the water comes from. That's your motherfucking job. That's your job to know where the water comes from. I said it. How you get up there and tell all that money you making? All that money you making, you don't know where the water comes from. And this is the thing that irked my nerve with a lot of y'all. This is the thing. My sisters, I'm talking about all of y'all, all colors I'm talking about. Get out your mind, okay? I need in 2025, we gotta come to the realization, okay? Did I say that word right? Because y'all know how I get. The realization, okay? Had to say it a little ghetto. The realization, okay, that you ain't no man. Okay? You can't do everything a man can do. You can't. Okay? Okay? You can't do everything a man can do. Okay? You don't have superhuman strength like men do. Okay? I know it's nasty. I know it's nasty. But some of y'all got to get out of certain jobs that you believe that you can do. Okay? I know it's nasty. But this is the gospel truth. You were not built to be like man. That's nasty, right? I know y'all like this fat bitch. Yes, I said it. You are not built to be like man. You're not. Every time y'all tell me, I can do everything a man can do and better. No, you can't. No, you can't, damn it. There's certain jobs that we are designed to do that we do better than men. Okay? There's certain careers that we get in there and we blow away the competition. Okay? But there's certain stuff that y'all got to just let men be men, damn it. You got to let men be men, because I'm going to share something with you. Okay, and I'm a big bitch. Okay, I'm a big bitch. Okay, now listen, if something happened to me, I don't want none of y'all to come save me. Okay, don't you three captains come save me. Okay, okay, I said what I said. You three captains don't come save me. I need a man. Please send a man. Please send a man. Okay, and for all y'all women who mad with me because I'm dragging these three right here, for all y'all women who mad with me that I'm dragging these three women right here, okay? When something happened in your household, let them three come save you. Let's see how long it take. Let's see how long it take, baby. Okay? Let's see how long it take for them to save you. See, if we really want to tell the truth, okay? If we really want to tell the truth, none of this nonsense will be happening right now. If we really tell ourselves the truth, there are some jobs we are not designed to do, even if you're smarter than a man. I'm sorry. But when it comes to brute force and strength, we cannot compare. We can't. Unless you're a bodybuilder. But we talking about an average woman. If a man really used brute strength on you, you would not be able to withstand it. You would not. That's why when these men done jumped in these sports and stuff like that and chin check some of y'all, bow, y'all run up out of here. Because I listen. You saw your life flash before your eyes. Okay? You saw your life flash before your eyes because that hit was nasty. Some things we just not designed to do. We don't, you know what I'm saying? You just got to understand that. How many times have I said this to y'all? Y'all remember when I had fell at the hospital, right? Okay? Going to pick a patient up from dialysis. Fell. My big ass hit that floor. Okay? Some clear medicine was on that floor. My big ass hit that floor. All the women nurses, because this was the shift change, they all was coming in, okay, from the parking lot, and they see me. And they rushed over, Mama, what happened? Trying to help me. I said, no, y'all, don't touch me. Don't touch me, because if you touch me, I'm going to fall again. And our nurses are like small and petite and everything, okay? Ain't no way they picking me up. Ain't no way. I said, y'all, please get a man to do it. Get a man to do it. So one of the brothers, that's from the second floor, he was coming in and he's a nurse, okay? Then they announced it over the loudspeaker, so the doctor down in the MRI come running down. He said, Mama, what happened? I said, I fell. And I think it's some water or something over here. They get a wheelchair. This man lift me like I was a baby and put me in this wheelchair. Now, can you imagine if one of these women was trying to, I would have fell. I'd have fell again. That's why I told them, get a man to do it. Get a man to do it. It's okay that we can't do everything as our brothers can do. It's okay. Don't feel like, oh, you are less worthy. You are not. You are not less worthy. But the thing is that you can't do everything a man can do. And in 2025, damn it, we're going to be telling the truth in this bitch. And in 2025, we're going to be telling the truth in this bitch. Y'all can't do everything a man can do. Y'all can't. And that's why everything is going to hell down there in California now, because y'all don't know to say, you don't know who is who. Y'all up here blaming each other and everything like that, and nobody wants to take accountability for the shit they doing. Y'all the fire chief. You supposed to know where that water come from. Okay? You supposed to know those fire hydrants wasn't going to work. You supposed to have another plan on how y'all going to handle this shit. Okay? And Mayor, I hope they recall your election. I hope they recall your election. Yeah, she a black sister. She a black sister. I know you're gonna say take heed, you wrong. I don't give a damn. I hope they recall her election. Okay? And if they can't next time, make sure her ass don't get another term. Okay? Also get rid of Gavin. Gavin Newsom, I don't care. And the only why he win all the time is because the man look good. That's the only thing that y'all be doing in here. If somebody be the devil incarnate, but they look good, we gonna get up there and support him. You hear me? We gonna get up there and support him. Even if he is the devil incarnate. Gavin Newsom, nonsense. He sat up there and lied to that woman talking about he was on the phone with President Biden. Oh my goodness. Sat up there and said, I'm on the phone with President Biden. Sister 1973, baby, thank you for the second donation, honey. $1.99 super chat. She left the whereabouts of the water in Ghana. I'm tired. Listen. This is the uncomfortable truth. Nobody is up here talking about it was my fault. Nobody is standing up and taking the blame. And Gavin Newsom, as you being a governor and a man too, you supposed to say it was on me. It was on me. Because I allowed the mayor to cut that funding like that. Because as you being a governor, you could have told her, oh, hell no. Nah, where's this money going to come from? You could have said, hell no, where's this money going to come from if a fire happened there? Again, like always, it's like clockwork that fire happened in y'all state. It's like clockwork, honey, smooth like Sunday morning. And for y'all to go cut that much money, somebody have lost their ever-loving mind. Are you sure she not FBA? Because that's what they said. She a black woman. All right, well, we're going to see. We're going to see. All right, so now let's get to Stephen A. Smith, okay? I know y'all don't like him. That's your business. This is my channel, so I play whoever I want to play, okay? I said what I said, okay? Let's continue with this foolery, okay? Here we go.
Guess what I got to tell y'all? Guess what I have to tell you? America can't wait for Donald Trump to get in office January 21st. And guess who's saying that? It ain't me. It's liberals in the state of California.
Is that true? Is that true? Is that true? Stephen A. Smith said that liberals can't wait until Trump get into office. Is that true, damn it? One more time for the crowd in the back, baby. One more time. Now, I don't know who this is right here, okay? Darren, is that how you say it? Hi, baby, is that how you say it? Darren, thank you for the $20 super chat, baby. I appreciate you, okay? Thank you so much, Darren. Aaron said you're amazing, baby. Thank you, okay? Now, listen. They said the liberals can't wait till Trump get in there, okay? That's what they said. The liberals can't wait until Trump get in there. Huh? That's what they said. Listen. Everybody who voted for this man. Everybody who voted for this man can't wait till him get in there. Because who is running the country? Who is running the country? Okay? Everybody can't wait. The ones who voted for him, they cannot wait to see him in the White House. That's the uncomfortable truth right there. Okay? That's nasty. I know you said, look at that bitch laughing. Yes, I know. I know you're mad, but at least we know somebody coming in there. What did I call him? What did I say? I said that's the wolf, right? Yes. Yes. I'd rather have the wolf than Popeye's girlfriend. I said what I said. Yes, Eric, thank you, baby, for the 12-month membership. Yes, for Trump, the sure Democrats got to go for real. Okay? Yes, they got to go. They got to go. Who is running the nation? They got to go. They don't even know who running the nation. They got to go. Okay? And I'm going to share something with you. When Trump get in here, let him have a long talk with Gavin Newsom. Okay? Let him have a long talk with Gavin Newsom. I hope I said his name right. Okay? Let him have a long talk with him. Okay? Because that shit didn't make no sense. When it's so easy to pre-treat those forests, instead of letting all these people houses burn like that, and y'all collected all that money in taxes. That's some shit right there. I'm sorry. Let's continue.
Wildfires would do that to you, huh? You see how bad it is? I'm about to show you even more next on the Stephen A. Smith Show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this latest edition of the Stephen A. Smith Show, coming at you over the digital airways of YouTube and, of course, iHeartRadio. As always, I'd like to take a moment to thank and show gratitude to my subscribers. We've now eclipsed over 1 million subscribers. Actually, we're approaching 1,030,000 subscribers, which means we picked up over 30,000 subscribers.
Fair use. So we're going to be stopping him, back and forth because, all right? Okay? Fair use. I don't want them to block this stream. Okay? Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. Okay? A scholar and a gentleman. I don't care if y'all don't like him. Let's get into it.
The last 5 days or so. Can't thank y'all enough for the love and support, especially the love and support you show me over the digital airways of YouTube and, of course, iHeartRadio, where there's been millions of downloads over the last few months as you continue to help this show grow and support this show. I can't thank y'all enough. Keep the love coming, and I'm going to keep on coming. To continue to like and follow the show, just click the bell, and YouTube will be notified of all of our newest content. And you can consider yourself the latest member of the Stephen A. Smith Show family. And while you're doing that, make sure to pick up a copy of my New York Times best-selling book, Straight Shooter, a memoir of second chances and first takes, now in paperback. Just go to straightshooterbook.com. Once again, that's straightshooterbook.com to get yourself a copy of my New York Times best-selling book. I got a lot of stuff to get into, but everything pales in comparison to what I'm about to touch on, okay? And we've got to get started here. We've got to get started with the sad news out of Southern California and the wildfires that have devastated the region. At least 10 people are dead this week. And more than 10,000 structures have been destroyed by fires, fueled by unprecedented wind blowing through several counties. Whole neighborhoods have been devastated by the coastal Palisades fire, and officials say this could be the costliest fire in U.S. history. All this while tens of thousands of residents have been forced to evacuate their homes, and many have already lost their houses altogether. Some high-profile names who have lost their homes include actor Billy Crystal, head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers, Coach J.J. Redick, star of Young and the Restless soap opera, played Victor Newman, the one and only Eric Braeden, who I spoke to yesterday as well. Meanwhile, firefighting teams are expecting more wind and dry conditions to continue to complicate efforts into next week. Police have detained a suspect allegedly responsible for starting one of the fires raging in Los Angeles, a homeless man in his 30s. But the biggest concern coming out of the fires are the questions around the city's fire budget. Records show the fire budget for this fiscal year was cut by more than $17.5 million. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass signed a budget 7 months ago that went from $837 million to $819 million. However, the city council in November approved a 4-year, $203 million contract with the firefighters union to help boost wages and health benefits for staff, drawing from the budget general fund. Mayor Bass was away in Ghana when the fire started. Take a look at this video from earlier this week when she was confronted by a reporter coming off a plane as she returned.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today? Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position?
Is Elon Musk correct about saying she's incompetent? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Is Elon Musk, what he's saying, do you believe he's right? She's incompetent. She educated her. She educated her. Black women are the highest educated demographic in the United States. Okay? Women are more smarter than men. We're gonna take it out of black women. We're gonna take it out. Okay? We're gonna just say women are smarter than men. I don't care if some of y'all get upset. I don't care if some of y'all get mad. Okay? Women are smarter than men. They are. Women are smarter than men. They go to school, they get those degrees. Yeah, they go to school, they get those degrees and everything. Now I want to share something with you. I want y'all to look at the chat. Do you notice any of my lionesses responding? Do you notice that? This is how you can tell the difference between the lioness and the hyena. None of the lionesses are responding, are agreeing with me. Lionesses, why you don't agree with me? Huh? Why y'all don't agree with me, my lionesses? I don't see any of y'all saying nothing. Y'all quiet, why? Because that shit sounds stupid, right? It sounds stupid, I know. I know it sounds stupid. On paper, yes. On paper, yes. But this nonsense that happened in California, logic needs to be in play on this. Do you hear what I'm saying? Excuse me. Logic needs to be in play on this. Because if logic was in play on this, do you think the mayor would have went to Ghana? Do you think the mayor would have cut the budget for the fire department if logic played in this? Do you think that the mayor would have stopped brushing the forest if logic was in here? If logic played the part? Hell no. Hell no. If logic played a part in all of this, none of this shit would have happened. Because if y'all was pre-treating the forest, no matter what anybody would have done, the forest would not have caught fire. It would not. If y'all was clearing the brush like you were supposed to, none of this stuff would be happening if logic played in this. But logic did not play in this. You know what played in this? Ego. The woman's ego. You know what I'm saying? She gotta let you know she bad. You know what I'm saying? She gotta let you know, okay? She gotta let you know. She gotta let you know she the head ninja in charge. She gotta let you know. That's all the women that's playing in this. We not putting no color in this. This is all the women that's playing in this. Because this is the problem. If the brush was clear, right? And if they would have been watering the woods, could this fire happen? Somebody put it in the chat. Could this fire happen if they were clearing the woods, if they were brushing the woods? Okay? If they cleared the brush and they watered down the woods, could this have happened? See, now here you go. See? Now you see my lionesses coming in right now. See that? Because you already know your state is prone to this nonsense. You know. And even if you wanted to cut this budget, let's just say we cut it because we need this money to do something else. You still took out 800 prisoners from prison and made them deputy, you deputized them, I guess however you say that, as firemen. Okay? You couldn't do that? Instead of you, because since you said clearing the brush costs too much money, right? Y'all was already paying these people $5 to $10 a day, the prisoners. You could have done that. You could have saved money that way. You already using them for fire anyway, right? You took 800 criminals out of prison to help them contain the fire. All right now, Sniper said, and the prisoners who are not trained, yes, we know, baby. None of them trained to fight fires. But you could have gave them something easy to clear the brush. That could have been their job, clear the brush. That's the uncomfortable truth. Clear the brush. You could have used these men to clear the brush, to water down the trees. You would have saved, God knows how much money you would have saved. And if you still cut the budget, okay, you cut the budget, but you using these prisoners, these 800 prisoners, to clear the brush. That's the uncomfortable truth. So either way, one more time. So either way, you would have won. Even if you didn't use, you know what I'm saying? You cut the budget, but you had a game plan to take care of the woods. Your game plan was not to get FEMA money. I said what I said. Chris, thank you, baby, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. If they had just put water in the reservoir, I know I said that wrong, from the fire system instead of dumping it into the ocean, it would have helped a lot. Now, Chris, you are correct. That's true. That's true. But now the question remains, did the fire chief know that they dumped all that? Did she know and still sent all those fire people, all those firemen out there, and they know they couldn't do nothing with those fires? She still sent those firemen out there and no, they couldn't do nothing with those fires because the reservoir was empty. It was empty. It's been all over social media. It was empty. Why did you send those firemen out there when you knew that the fire hydrants wasn't going to work? Allegedly. You knew it wasn't going to work, but yet you still sent these men out there, released these prisoners, when y'all could have just been proactive and we would not have seen this problem today. The thing is, y'all, is that California looks like a nightmare. I'm sorry. California looks like a nightmare. It looked like Satan himself sent hell up and is sitting up there on fire. That's the uncomfortable truth. That's what it looked like, damn it. That's what it looked like. That hell just got up and said, let's go to California. And the shit looked crazy. And all because you didn't want to prepare. All those people, foundational wealth, the houses, all that gone. People, memories, everything is gone. All because you wanted to cut a tax budget, you wanted to cut the budget, and you didn't have a game plan after you cut the budget. Like, how do you cut the budget for 17.6, and you don't have a game plan? Let's make 2025 normal, where women get out here and say, I can't do everything a man can do. I want to hear it, damn it. I can't do everything a man can do, damn it. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. I can't do everything a man can do. I want to hear that shit. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear that. I want to hear the truth. I'm tired of us talking about, I can do everything a man can do and better. No, you can't. Because the problem is now is that people are dying because the ego is in play. And you want DEI to exist. You may be book smart all you want, but streetwise you are not. Brute strength, you are not. If somebody asks you to kick a door in, the house is on fire, the family is on the second floor, can you make it to grab everybody out of there and get out the damn house? Can you? Can you do it, damn it? I am tired of y'all getting out here talking about, I can do everything a man can do. Let me share something with you that's nasty. I'm going to share something with you that's nasty. Some of y'all going to say, this bitch. I'm going to share something with you that's nasty. God didn't design you for that. I said it. I don't care if you mad. God did not design you to be like man. I said it. He didn't. He didn't. That's why y'all get up here on social media and cry when shit happen. Okay? That's why you get up here and cry when shit happen. See, a man know if he cry, ain't nobody gonna give a damn. He know. So that's why he got to get out there and hustle. He got to get out there and fix what's going on. Whatever's wrong, he know he got to get out there because ain't nobody gonna help him. He know that. So he got to get out there and fix stuff he need to fix. One thing I always admire about my king, I gotta mention my husband in this, but if some shit happen, my king will rise to the occasion and say, this is where I screwed up at, and I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna fix it. And you know what he tells me? Babe, don't worry. I got it. Always tell me, don't worry, I got it. And you know what happens? He gets it. He get it. It get done. Because he know that he's the backbone of this family. He knows that he has to stay afloat in order for us to live. He knows that. He knows that. That's the uncomfortable truth. I'm sorry, I was reading something. That's the uncomfortable truth. We don't know how to take accountability. We don't. Now listen to me. Am I saying that there's some men out here that know how to take accountability and that's all they know? No. There are some men that do not do the right thing and they don't know how to take accountability. Those are those male hyenas. Shout out to Crimson Cure. Those are those male hyenas. They need to stay over there in the hyena land. That's where they need to stay. I'm talking about a man that has a king mindset. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Hey, Ricky, how are you? I see you in my chat. How you doing, sir? We know it's some men out here that don't do the right thing, but he does not have a king mindset. You leave them alone. Them fools you leave alone. We know all women in here ain't got the right mind either. And them hyenas, you got to leave them hyenas alone. Shout out to Crimson Cure. You got to leave them hyenas alone. $2025 is the year that we get out of this foolery and saying that I could do everything a man can do and better. If I hear one of y'all bitches say this on social media, I'm going to be the first one to say, you can't take accountability. Because if you can take accountability, you would have never wrote this up here. All these women down there in California and Gavin Newsom, you at the helm of this shit too. Okay? Gavin Newsom, you at the hell of this shit too. Did I say it right? Let me see. Gavin Newsom, you are at the helm of this shit too. Because of this DEI nonsense. And if y'all was using logic, we wouldn't have this problem today. Nobody will be talking about y'all today. Okay? Everybody trying to pass the buck. You don't know what happened. Everybody trying to pass that buck. You don't know what happened. Gavin Newsom trying to say it's not on me. The mayor saying, oh, it's not on me. The fire chief saying it's not on me. Everybody. Oh, I'm glad I'm messing up his name, Green Beans. Thank you, though. I appreciate you. Ricky said, we just be talking. It's all good till it hit your front door. Now, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. That's messed up, Saint. That's messed up, Saint. That's messed up, Saint. I see you. That's messed up, Saint. Let's continue with this foolery. Here we go. Here we go.
Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster? No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
At Sierra, Jack discovered great.
That's crazy. Ain't it? Ain't that crazy? That is crazy. Oh my God. She ain't had nothing to say. She didn't have nothing to say. She was on a 15-hour flight and she couldn't think of nothing to say, because I'm quite sure she knew that the news was going to meet her at the airport. Baby, ain't nobody going to tell me otherwise, okay? Ain't nobody going to tell me otherwise. You knew, okay? You knew they was going to meet you there. You knew that. Chris, thank you, baby, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Chris said it's a sense of honor and duty because our loyalty to our family that we burden our shoulders with making sure we're okay. Oh, Chris, that's nasty, Chris. That's nasty, Chris. Now, Chris, I done already told you now. You coming in here telling the truth and stuff like that. Now, Chris, I don't want to have to block you, Chris. I don't want to have to block you, baby. Okay? Don't be coming in here telling the truth, Chris. Don't be coming in here telling the truth now. Okay? This is the uncomfortable truth, y'all. This is the uncomfortable truth. What Chris is saying is correct. Of course, y'all know. I'm only playing with him. But what Chris is saying is correct. You know why it's so easy for a man when he sees somebody in danger, his first reaction is to save the person? Anybody know why? Anybody know why? I'm just, asking a question. Anybody know why? When a man sees somebody in danger, his first reaction is to what? To save the person. Why? Why is it? Why is he like that? That's his first reaction, is to go save the person that's in trouble. 18 said instinct. Oh, that's nasty. Saint said hero instinct. All right now. Okay. Natural instinct, Sniper said. All right. It's in their design. It's in their design. No matter what color he is, it's in his design to save. Now, will I get in here? Okay. Green Bean said duty. Ricky said duty. Duty and honor. Sacrifice. Laura said men are beautiful. Ooh, Laura. Laura, wait a minute. Laura said men are beautiful. Laura, wait a minute, Laura. Okay now. All right now. The Common Sense channel says that's his nature. Are you sure? Are you sure that's his nature? Are you sure that's his nature? Are y'all sure that's his instinct? He's supposed to do that? This is why certain jobs are not designed, certain careers are not designed for women. I'm going to share something with y'all. It's going to hurt a little bit, okay? My sisters from every color, breathe this in. Breathe this in. I want you soap it up. Soap it up. Breathe it in. Breathe it in, okay? This is what I'm about to tell you. You, as a female, you're only designed to save your children. Ain't that nasty? Like, you could go to war if it's your baby. Somebody do something to your baby, you go to war. Okay? If your baby get hurt, you can risk your life trying to save the baby. You can. It's in you to do that when it's your children. Okay? But a human being, you don't know this person. Okay? You don't know nothing about this person. You can walk away. You can walk away. Because you'll put in your mind, it's not my business. But when we're talking about a man doesn't think it's not his business. He doesn't. He don't even know this woman. And this man is laying hands on her. He'll go and jump in. Now, my brothers, I keep telling y'all, stop doing that. Put your mind on. My wife sent me to get eggs and milk from the grocery store, and whatever else going outside is not my business. I'm going to call a popo. Okay? Y'all got to understand that, because remember, she only sent you to get eggs, bacon, cereal, milk. That's all she sent you to do. She didn't send you to go be Superman for nobody outside. You supposed to be Superman for your household. And that's the thing that has to be taught to our sons. Because generations before them didn't understand that. And some of them are 6 feet under. Some of them are 6 feet under. Chris says, sorry to sidetrack. That's why it cuts so deep in our souls to hear it, called toxic masculinity. Now, I heard they made up that word, Chris. I heard 2 men made up that word, baby. Because they were trying to identify the stuff that was going on in prison or something, so they called it toxic masculinity. Chris, thank you, baby, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Chris, thank you. Okay, that's what I heard. Now, I don't know if it's true, allegedly. But this is, and listen to me. Listen to me. When you're in trouble and in danger, we'll say trouble, danger, same thing. But when nonsense happens, okay, who usually comes to save? It's a man. We don't have it in us to save other people. When it's your children, you're ready to go to war. It's so bad that you can walk up on Satan and take Satan out. That's how bad it is when it's your children. But a man can go up and take anybody out when he sees someone hurting someone else. He could defend this person he doesn't know. I ain't lying. Because it's in them to protect and provide. Isn't that? It's in them to do that. It's in their making, their design. That's why it comes easy to them. That's why when a man finally make it and he making all that money, he always tell his wife, baby, you ain't got to work no more. Nobody has to come say nothing to him. His wife don't have to come say nothing to him, because that was in his mind from the beginning. He didn't want his wife to work like that. It was already in his heart and mind. Let's continue. I know y'all don't want to hear me tonight. I know y'all like this fat bitch. I don't care. We gonna talk about it. All right, here we go.
Jack discovered great pickleball gear at incredible prices.
I messed up. That's the commercial. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Stephen A. Smith got too many commercials. Here we go.
Back home.
That is beyond bad. That is utterly pathetic.
It's bad.
You couldn't say not at this time?
Not at this
I'll
time.
have answers for you later.
She didn't.
I just got back in. Once I huddle with my staff, once I huddle with my cabinet, we will be back and we will speak to the citizens of Los Angeles and the state of California. Couldn't do that? Couldn't do that?
No.
You see, this is the kind of stuff that annoys the living hell out of me. Let me be very, very clear. Karen Bass is responsible for the city of Los Angeles,
Okay.
not Los Angeles County. She doesn't have to answer for those folks. Okay, and she's certainly not responsible for the wildfire that has engulfed the surrounding areas in Pacific Palisades, Malibu, etc. We get that part.
Okay.
That's a natural disaster. That's not on her.
That's right.
What is on her is the apparent lack of a plan,
Nope.
the incompetence, the dereliction of duty because you knew 2 days in advance that
Knew 2
the
days.
fires were coming, although you didn't know how severe it would be, and you decided to depart for Ghana. What the hell is going on in Ghana that you had to be gone when you knew that?
Now I ain't trying to hate on Africa. I'm not trying to hate on Africa. Okay, my husband is from Nigeria. I'm not trying to hate on Africa, but what was so special? Because Biden sent y'all as a whole group to go down there and uplift the president of Ghana because of the inauguration. Where you knew California already had fire going on before you left. But it wasn't in your city. It wasn't in your city yet. And so you thought it was okay to still leave to go to Ghana. You thought it was okay to still leave to go to Ghana. That should have been the time that you should have said, I can't go to Ghana. You should have called the president and said, you're not going to be able to go. He going to have to get somebody else because your city is in trouble. That the fires were coming your way 2 days before you left to Ghana. They told you that how strong the wind is, the fires might be coming to your city. You don't have the mind, and this is stupid what you did, but you're not supposed to have the mind to go and get on a flight and leave to go to Ghana when your citizens are in trouble. Oh my God.
Fires could engulf the city, if not the state. Where were you? Why were you there?
Now, Green Beans, I see what you wrote, but they said 2 days prior. So that means California was already on fire before she left. But it didn't come in her city yet. So she thought it was okay that she didn't know that the fire was going to get crazy like that. So she thought it would be okay if she left. And then all of a sudden, her city got engulfed with all that foolery. Okay? My problem is, why y'all, how come the fire chief don't know, where the water come from? That's my problem. Where was the water? That's the uncomfortable truth. Where was the water? Oh my God. Oh my God. Here we go.
That served to the citizens that you were elected to govern over. So that's one thing when it comes to her. The other thing is Governor Gavin Newsom. It's a local issue. It's not really a state issue. Did you really try to pass the buck to local authorities instead of you? Did you try to do that?
Did he try to do that? It's not a state issue. It's a local issue. It's not a state issue. It's a local issue. As the governor, you don't have more power than the mayor. Am I wrong? Somebody tell me in the chat. As the governor, you don't have more power than the mayor? Because that doesn't make sense. Because when she brought the proposal that she was allocating money from the fire department, and she she cut it by $17.6 million. Gavin, you didn't think to say, wait a minute, this don't make sense. This doesn't make sense. Wait a minute, this don't make sense. Because California is prone to all this foolery when it comes to fire. Why would you go and cut 17.6 million from the fire department budget? But all those captains make good money. Shout out to Ricky, because Ricky sent me a reel showing me how much money all those captains make. I shared it with y'all in our group chat. Let's continue. Let's continue with this foolery.
Absolutely no sense whatsoever. And just to get into somewhat of a history lesson, did you know that Donald Trump wanted to pump water from Canada into California when he was the president of the United States from 2017 to 2021, and Gavin Newsom resisted? Did you know that? Did you know that Donald Trump had been speaking about the potential of such a disaster taking place and was utterly ignored? I've got two quotes I'd like to show you from Donald Trump right now. Here's the first one. Take a look at this. The governor of California, Gavin Newsom, has done a terrible job of forest management. I told him from the first day we met that he must clean his forest floors regardless of what his bosses, the environmentalists, demand of him. Must also do burns and cut fire stoppers. Every year as the fires rage and California burns, it is the same thing. And then he comes to the federal government for dollars, for help. No more. Get your act together, Governor. You don't see close to the level of burn in other states. That was Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, on X/Twitter in 2019. Fast forward, nearly 6 years later, let's look at what Donald Trump had to say just a couple of days ago. Governor Gavin Newsom refused to sign a water restoration declaration put before him that would have allowed millions of gallons of water from excess rain and snow melt from the north to flow daily into many parts of California, including the areas that are currently burning in a virtually apocalyptic way. He wanted to protect an essentially worthless fish called a smelt by giving it less water. It didn't work.
Now, allegedly, because I don't know about that fish thing, okay? We have to say allegedly. I don't know about that fish thing, okay? But I'm going to share something with you. If this was real about that fish thing, now take heed to the message does not support violence. I don't support violence. But Gavin Newsom, oh my goodness. If this is really about some fish, okay, that you didn't want to smother the fish with so much water, if this is really about some fish, oh my God. Let's continue.
Here about the people of California. Now the ultimate price is being paid. I will demand that this incompetent governor allow beautiful, clean, fresh water to flow into California. He is to blame for this. On top of it all, no water for fire hydrants, not firefighting planes. A true disaster. So firefighting planes, fire hydrants, non-existent. Water and fire hydrants, non-existent. We saw firefighters standing outside looking at homes burning. And when they were asked why they weren't doing anything, they said, we put the hose, connected it to the fire hydrants, we turned it on, and no water came out. No water was available. This in a state that's collected nearly $221 billion in taxpayer revenue, the highest of any state in the union. You got 9 states in the United States of America, including New York, who've shelled out in excess of $1 billion for the migrant crisis. This is according to my research. Yet California led the country with expenses of nearly $31 billion to take care of illegal.
That's nasty. That's nasty. I don't care what nobody say. Hey, Mona, what's going on, baby? What's going on, baby? Mr. H says, because smelt life matters most. Oh, damn. Okay. Sister 1973 says, Proverbs 25:11-13a. A wise word spoken at the right time is the life fruit gold set in silver. A wise man speaks strong words to a listening ear, like a piece of gold for the ear and a beautiful object. Ooh, Go ahead, Sister 1973. Listen. The uncomfortable truth is that Trump talked to them about this. Now, I saw it said 2018, but somebody else put in the chat said, take heed, nope, it was 2017. So, my dear, I apologize. I thought it was 2018 he talked to him. Okay? And Stephen A. Smith said, no, 2017 he talked to him. So, 2017, they talked to you about this. He talked to you about this and said, the fires are too much. You have to be proactive with this nonsense. You have to be proactive. That's what he said. You got to be proactive. But because the government has bailed y'all out with that FEMA money, every time y'all had a forest fire, okay? Every time y'all had a forest fire, all right? Y'all said they're going to do it again. Y'all said they're going to do it again. And they're going to keep doing it. Y'all said they're going to keep doing it. Because why? DC is sending y'all a boatload of money down here. And not no watchdog to find out where that money going. So anytime something happened down here, y'all get a boatload of money, but no watchdog is finding out where this money going. So anybody can go in there and dig in it. I said what I said. Anybody can go in here because there's no watchdog telling y'all what to do with that money. Y'all just getting money like it's Christmas. Here we go.
And their children, according to the FAIR study, we're talking about 159 million allocated by the federal government to the state of California through FEMA, funding to provide humanitarian services to non-citizen migrants. You're talking about California being a sanctuary state since 2017. You're talking about California recently providing $4 billion per year in funding to extend taxpayer-funded health care to an additional 700,000 undocumented immigrants, scaling those costs up to 1.9 million estimated total in California, results in rough total cost of $11 billion a year. The state having cut, delayed, or shifted $47 billion to balance the budget in the year 2024 alone. California is talking about cutting services or raising taxes even more so than the 14.4% that they put on you right now. And you're trying to tell me you don't have any water? No water? My personal belief is that the political career of Gavin Newsom is in peril,
Yes.
if not flat out over.
Yes. Yes.
His presidential aspirations have
Can't
been
even smell it. You're
eviscerated.
not getting it. You're not getting it.
There is no way he overcomes this.
You ain't getting
No
it.
way.
Nah.
And in regards to Karen Bass, to say nothing, you can come and speak out, but that video will live in infamy.
And this is the sad part. Because Karen Bassett, you see her march for everything. She be in everything, marching for everything. But when the time that she been on a flight for 15 hours, okay? Hey, Side, what's going on, baby? She been on a flight for 15 hours. She couldn't think about what she was going to say. For 15 hours on a flight, she didn't think about what she's going to say because I'm quite sure she knew that those reporters were going to meet her at the airport. And she did not even have anything to say. That's when you know you have screwed up. That's when you know you have done some nonsense. You don't even know what to say. That's how nasty it is. You know you have messed up. You didn't know what to say. People want to sit up here and say, she was nervous, she was nervous. No. People have lost their life. People have lost their livelihood. They have lost generational wealth. All because you sat up there and cut $17.6 billion from the fire department. Anybody else you should have went and cut that money from. But the fire department, no. And even if you cut it. Listen, because that's what you did. You cut it, right? But you didn't have a game plan to get that brush clear, to clear the woods. You didn't have a game plan for that. You didn't have a game plan. Those 800 prisoners that they had released from prison that became firemen overnight, okay? Okay? And only how people are supposed to come out of that prison, that they supposed to, you know the people that you always have on the road and they cleaning up, the highways and stuff like that. These people ain't supposed to be like hardened criminals. They supposed to have like little things they did and stuff like that. So you telling me that 800 prisoners that you released onto the public had minor crimes? 800 that you have unleashed onto the public, they have minor crimes, baby. That tells me y'all system is messed up. Y'all system down here in California is messed up. You telling me you got 800 people that did minor crimes and they are in prison? That ish did not make sense to me. 800? Come on now. Come on now. Y'all gave them, they ain't had no training or nothing. You unleash these people on California. And you could have used these same people to be proactive and cleared the brush. You could have used these people to be proactive and clear the brush. You could have used these same people to water down the forests, these same people. Now, 18 said the county jail, is it? 18, if they got 800 people in the county jail, baby, something wrong with California. In the county jail, something is wrong with California. Let's continue.
Absolutely nothing to say. Flying all the way from Ghana, about a 15-hour flight to Los Angeles, and you're telling me you couldn't answer a reporter's question? No comment, we'll talk later, or let me huddle with my staff and we'll get back to you. You couldn't even think to say that? Nobody on your staff prepared you for what has been transpiring in California? Nobody gave you a warning, a heads up? You didn't have anything to say?
Nothing. She had nothing to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll never say that California is going to turn red.
They're going to turn red.
But I guess if something was blue and transitioned into red, I guess the color's purple or something like that.
No, they're going to turn
whatever
red.
the hell the color is, that's where it's going to get aimed towards. That's just the way it's going to be. But that's enough for me. I want to get to my man Kevin Frazier right now. Okay? Because this man right here, Kevin Frazier, he'll be up next, works for Entertainment Tonight, but he's covering the fire.
And we're going to stop right there because he has a long talk with Kevin, okay? And we're going to skip over to something else. Because I want y'all to hear, okay, what the chief said. That's what I want. That's why I asked y'all to come tonight. Because I want you to hear what the chief said. And I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, this does not make sense to me, okay? This is, I kid you not. It didn't make sense to me at all. And I don't know why They thought it made sense, and then had it all over the airways. You understand what I'm saying? All over the airways. Oh my goodness. All those people. All those people. It doesn't make no sense. All those people. Oh my God. And you know what? And nobody cares. Nobody cares. All those people. Nobody cares. Oh my God. That's the thing that hurts so bad. Here we go.
Mayor, LA County is in a panic state. It began 2 days ago with the Palisades fire. My crew and I arrived shortly after it started, and for several hours we watched as hundreds of homes in a neighborhood burned to the ground. We did not see a single fire engine. We watched as Good Samaritans guided traffic. There was fear and there was a lot of confusion. You were out of the country at the time. Shortly after the fire started, a press release was put out warning of this fire behavior. My question to you is, what explains this lack of preparation and rapid response?
Let me just say, first and foremost, my number one focus, and I think the focus of all of us here with one voice, is that we have to protect lives, we have to save lives, and we have to save homes. Rest assured that when rest assured, let me finish. Rest assured, when that is done, when we are safe, when lives have been saved and homes have been saved, we will absolutely do an evaluation to look at what worked, what didn't work, and to correct or to hold accountable any body, department, individual, etc. But my focus right now is on the lives and on the homes.
Do you think your leadership was effective while responding to this disaster?
I just said what I believe is the most important thing for us to do right now, and that is going to continue to be my focus. Thank you.
And she dodged the whole thing. Did you hear that? She just dodged everything, okay? Saying who would be responsible. Baby, turn that mirror around, okay? Put that mirror on you, baby. It's you. It's you that's responsible. Nobody else is responsible, baby. That's you. That's you. That is you that is responsible. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And that's why I always say to y'all, the throne and the crown does not want women, because we do not know how to take responsibility. We don't. We don't know how to take accountability. We don't. We quick to turn around and blame somebody else. When shit go wrong in your life, you get up, you turn around, you blame your mama, you blame your daddy. Mind you, you grown now. You got to get out there and get yourself together. You got to get what you need. You got 10 babies, 10 baby daddies. You blame all the 10 baby daddies except you. And you the one is in control of that pussy. You in control of the pussy. So you're not supposed to have all those gremlins running around the house. I know it's nasty, but I said what I said. Now here we go. I want y'all to listen to this right here. Okay? Want you to listen to this, okay? We're going to get into the news part, because I'm trying to get to the part where you hear the chief say her piece. All right, here we go.
Actor and Academy Award-winning director Mel Gibson, an old friend, a Malibu resident who tragically just lost his home to the Palisades fire. Mel, I was thinking about you when I saw this fire break out. I think I talked to Raymond. I said, is Mel okay? Is his family okay? I instantly thought of you. He said he thought you were okay. And I'm glad you got out. I'm glad your family is safe. But tell us what it was like to be on Rogan's podcast when I guess you learned that your home had been lost.
Terrible.
Well, I didn't learn it was lost. I knew the neighborhood was on fire, then I was in the path. So I was a little tense while I talked to Joe, but he's a guy that can put you at your ease fairly well. So I was doing okay. And I knew that my family was safe and out of harm's way.
Were you able to get possessions? Of course, they're really immaterial when you have your family, but I've been to your house. It was an incredible home, beautiful home. But were you able to get anything out of your house?
Not much. A few necessary things. You know, my son I said, just go and grab this and this and this. And he grabbed like 3 things and took off. And then, you know, those were okay. Stuff like passports and a couple of papers and stuff like that. But by and large, everything was just, it looked, when I got there the other day, I went up there yesterday, it looked like Dresden, you know, after Bomber Harris got through with it. Yeah.
Terrible.
Now,
so nothing left.
For those of us watching this from afar, try to convey to us the feeling of seeing your home, your neighbors' homes, and the community there at such a loss.
I mean, it's tragic. It makes you really sad. I was actually, you know, there are neighbors I have that I was actually looking at them. I felt worse for them than I did for myself. You know, I look at it as a strange mixture of sadness and almost kind of an elation in a sense that I count my blessings, you know, no matter what. These are things, and they may or may not be replaceable, but they're only things, and we're still here, and I just kind of look at it as almost in a weird kind of way a purification of, but
now I'm gonna share something with you. I did not like that part when Mel said a purification, because the thing is, now we all know fire is purification. That's anything of burning of anything is purification. But the thing is that Mel Rich, he's able to rebuild, okay? But you have average Joes that live in California, and their neighborhoods were set ablaze, and they don't have money to come back and build. They don't. They don't have money to get that ish together. They do not. But all the rich ones will have it to get together. Now, I'm not trying to say we should be putting poor against rich. Both incidents happen to both of these, you know, these classes. But I'm sharing with y'all is that the rich class will be able to rebuild, and the average Joes will not. So I didn't like that part when he said purification. Okay? Purification. Even though we know that fire is purification, but that he shouldn't have used it in that way, because there's a lot of people who lost everything. Okay? They lost their generational wealth. Mel still has everything he needs when it comes to money. Okay? But the average Joe does not. Let's continue.
it's very sad. And there were many things, you know, gone in the blaze that, you know, I've thought about since. I thought, oh, damn, you know, that's too bad. But, you know, works of art, photographs, rare books, you know, old books. Some as old as, you know, 1600, you know, it's like crazy.
Irreplaceable.
And irreplaceable stuff, yeah. So it is what it is, I guess. It was only a month ago that the flames threatened us, you know, 200 meters away on the other side. And of course the wind shifted and it came in and whipped and got us from the other direction. So it was an interesting...
You've heard, you've heard the...
Go on.
You know, both... You've heard a lot of people say a lot of things about these fires. Obviously the winds were horrific. But they were predicted. I know you know that last weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they said this could be tragic with these winds if any fire starts.
Sure.
Do you believe in what you know so far, anything could have happened like this?
Yeah, well, one always suspects that this might happen, but one thinks that the resource...
You know, I'm watching the chat and I'm looking... And I see that, you know, Sister 1973 says she was in shock. She didn't think the fire would spread like that then. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Then I see somebody else put this in here. Thank God Ukraine has money to fight the fires. Mm-mm-mm. 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 When you think about all the families who lost everything, how much money they have sent to Ukraine, how much money they have sent to the small hat people, and American people are suffering like this. And you get a mayor who gets up there and she can't say she to nobody. She can't say nothing to nobody until she get in the front of a whole group of reporters and get snappy. When you the one that created this nonsense and you get snappy with people. And it was you that created this foolery. I would like to see California do a recall. I would love to see California do a recall. I'm not lying to you right now. I would love to see California do a recall on that ass. Mm-mm-mm.
You know, and the capabilities of the men and women will be on standby, that they'll be able to cope with any situation that comes up. But apparently, some people were asleep on the job, mainly our leaders there. But, you know, that's something they have to live with. And but that's something that community has to live with. It's really sad. I mean, I have many friends that are, you know, looking for a place to put a roof over their heads. And kids, and, you know, they're traumatized. So, someone should answer for it, but
Somebody should.
we'll see. I think we know who the culprits are. In fact, my son he's a member of the volunteer fire brigade. He sort of interfaces between LA County Fire and people, and they assist them where they can during, before, and after the blaze. And apparently the residents in Corral Canyon caught an arsonist up there. And the guy was all tooled up with fire gear and equipment and stuff like that and ready to go. And he had been lighting fires. But they corralled the guy in Corral Canyon and gave him to the police. So they're going around looking for these conditions.
Yeah, apparently, Mel, that individual was never charged.
Yeah.
It's a very confusing set of facts
They never
because
charged the guy.
apparently he was reportedly trying to light things on fire, but it's not the fires, I guess, that they... I mean, it all seems very bizarre, but they have not ruled out that arson could have started the first fire. There's obviously still investigating this.
I don't know why they would rule out arson. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this is not the time for California to be on fire. Am I right? This is not the time. This is not the year. Not the year, but this part of the year. This is rarely where they have stuff like this part of the year. Okay? And for it to get wild like that. The season. Thank you, baby. I appreciate y'all. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? No, nobody's blaming a fire for being a fire. That's what you do. That is you the element is fire. You are meant to burn things down. But the problem is that nobody wanted to do their motherfucking job. That's the problem. Ain't nobody want to do their motherfucking job. That's the problem right there. Because if you were going to do your job, regardless if you cut 17.6 million from the fire department, you would have used those same 800 prisoners, okay? The same 800 prisoners to sweep the forest, to clear the brush, okay? And water down the forest since you took it. Should we not be proactive? You had already cut the budget. So we supposed to be proactive in what we do. Hey, Doc, what's going on? Doc said average people that lost their property and home would never recover because the rich would buy their property. Now, I said that already, Doc, though. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I said the same thing in the beginning of this live. Now, let's continue. Here we go.
At the same time, Mel, there are numerous complaints, as you alluded to, that the fire hydrants did not have water or water pressure.
Thank you, Chris.
And the LA fire chief herself reacted. Watch this.
My stance on this is when a firefighter comes up to a hydrant, we expect there's going to be water. We don't control the water supply. Our firefighters are there to protect lives and property and to make sure that we're properly trained and equipped.
Why settle for leggings that don't hold?
Did she say that? Did she say that? Now, it sounds like somebody went rogue. Did she say that? Because they supposed to be on one accord, right? They supposed to work together, right? I don't know if she knew what she was saying. But let's let her continue.
To protect lives and property and to make sure that we're properly trained and equipped. That's my position on this. So if there's no water, I don't know how the water gets to the hydrants.
Mel, reaction to that.
Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that last part? This the fire chief. Hey, contractor, how are you? It's good to see you. Please tell Shay I said hi. Can you imagine? Did y'all hear that? Let me go back just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Our firefighters are there to protect lives and property and to make sure that we're properly trained and equipped. That's my position on this. So if there's no water, I don't know how the water gets to the hydrants.
Mel,
Did she say that? Did she say that? Oh my God. I know she ain't say that. She said she don't know how the water got to the fire hydrants. Oh my God. Let's continue.
Why they do things. And then in the events like this, you sort of look, is it on purpose? Which it's an insane thing to think. But one begins to ponder whether or not there is a purpose in mind. What could it be? You know, I don't know. Do they want the state empty? I don't know.
well, Mel,
Mel gonna stop laughing because that's what's going on. Mel gonna stop laughing. Y'all know how old Mel is, okay? Y'all know how old Mel is. He gonna stop laughing. That's what they trying to do. Allegedly, they know good and hell well the working class will not be able to rebuild. Because why? The insurance ran, okay? The insurance ran. And the government ain't say nothing. Don't that sound crazy? Like, State Farm just dropped everybody in Cali, in California, and was like, I'm out of this bitch. I done collected all the money I'm going to collect. I'm out of this bitch. Nobody think that looked strange? The government didn't say nothing. Like, wait a minute, you can't be doing that. Okay? No, you can't just go bounce like that. Nobody think that that's strange. Contractor said the land grab. All right now. All right now. Somebody go tell somebody. Okay? Somebody go tell somebody.
And we played a couple of sound bites of reimagining the way rebuilding occurs. And obviously there's a great need for high density housing in California and across the country. That's a big push by the climate folks. And you're already hearing rumblings of that. In this case, like goodbye single family homes, hello high density housing.
Yeah. It's pretty scary.
Now, check this out. If you have to rebuild a structure on a piece of land, all they gonna do is assess the land, right? And give you some high-ass taxes on that land. That's all they gonna do. The structure of the house is gone. Am I right? So they gonna charge you a whole bunch of money in taxes, baby. You see what I'm saying? They gonna charge you a whole bunch of money in taxes to rebuild. And the working class don't have a leg to stand on. To be paying all crazy money out of the wazoo for taxes. Some of these houses that were generational wealth, they probably paid about $7,000 to $8,000 a year. The ones who the house has been there the longest, probably about $7,000, $8,000 a year, maybe 10. Okay, so can you imagine that the taxes will be jumping up to probably $20,000, $30,000 a year or something like that if they go and try to rebuild? See, they gotta play dumb, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They gotta play dumb. Because the thing is that the American people, we are watching what's going on the ground. We are watching the smoke and mirrors on the ground instead of us looking about what's behind the curtain. Now, I ain't gonna say too much because I don't want to get dropped from YouTube yet. Okay? When I start talking, okay, then y'all know like, oh, this bitch don't want to be up here no more. Okay, here we go.
Decades to do that too. It's like even if it if it's a good idea, which I don't know if it is, but reminds me of the old cattle barons clearing people off the land, But I don't know. I can make all kinds of horrible theories up in my head, conspiracy theories and everything else, but it just.
You see how Mel trying to play that off? You see what he's saying? I can make up all these type of conspiracy theories, and I'm gonna share something with you. Sometimes the thing that you think and you come to that conclusion, it be true. That be the thing that's behind the curtain that nobody don't want to say. That's the thing behind the curtain that nobody want to say. So that's why they say it's a conspiracy theory. Mel know what's going on, but he trying to act like, because he don't want to ruffle no feathers. You know what I'm saying? Mel don't want to get in no type of foolery. Oh my goodness, here we go.
Convenient that there was no water, and
it's convenient,
and that the wind conditions were right, and that there are people ready and willing and able to start fires. And are they commissioned to do so, or are they just acting on their own volition? I don't know. But they seem pretty well equipped, some of these people.
Why he say it like that? Why Mel say it like that? Y'all listen. Don't we always get a weather report of how winds are coming a certain way? I know every state get it. You always get that weather report. All you gotta do is watch the news. Sometimes you'll get an alert, They'll tell you high winds and stuff like that, Okay? So if you want to do some shit, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's go start lighting up stuff. You know what I'm saying? The winds are going to carry the fire. It's going to be so bad that the fire department won't be able to control it because, somebody did some arson shit. Allegedly. I don't want to get in trouble. Allegedly. California will make more money if everybody has to come back and rebuild. They gonna make some nasty, allegedly, they gonna make some nasty money if they have to come back. The citizens have to come back and rebuild. Hey, Daniel, what's going on, baby? That's the uncomfortable truth. Conveniently, we already know the winds were coming. We already know, right? Already knew the winds were coming. Conveniently, let's get out there and get some people that could do some nonsense. Allegedly, okay? Also, at that same time we're doing nonsense, the reservoir, okay? There's no water there. Okay? The fire hydrants are not working. Okay? Allegedly. And the fire chief getting up here talking about she don't know where the water comes from for the fire hydrant. How did you get that job again? How did y'all get that job again? All three of y'all. I'm talking all three of y'all. How did you get that job again? We are putting American lives in danger all because of DEI. You are putting American lives in danger all because of DEI. You wanna be like, oh, well, I wanna be politically correct. I want to get out here and show people that women can do everything men can do and better. And we have to get out of this foolery. God did not design you to be like man. God did not design you to be like man. You are not designed to be like man. In 2025, we're going to have to tell the truth. Okay, because there's going to be some more nonsense coming down the pipe. Okay? Because y'all know Cat Williams is coming back to Shay Shay Show. Okay? There's going to be more nonsense going on. I said it. Now, you know I got to put a little bullshit in this talk because y'all know. Okay, you can't have all the truth and no bullshit in here. Because YouTubers shut your stuff down. Okay? So allegedly, and allegedly more allegedly. Let's continue.
A lot of questions. A lot of questions, Mel. Mel, a message tonight.
Yeah, you know, I'll sift through the remains of my place and see if I can find any clues for you.
Oh my God.
Mel, any message from you to Governor Newsom or Karen Bass tonight?
Spend less on hair gel.
Spend less on hair gel.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
What can I say to them?
Yeah.
Not big admirer of either, but there you go.
Now, Mel, I know multiple shows and films have been put on hold. Everyone's livelihood has been put on hold. It's been involved in these fires, affected by the fires.
We're going to stop it there. Because they go into some other stuff. They just talking. It just hurt the way, you know, it hurts because nobody cares. We're worried about all these other countries except Americans. Nobody gives a damn. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also, donate to the page. All right? Donate to the page as well. Okay?
Girlfriend's going to work.
Oh, 18, you ain't had to delete his comment, 18. It's okay. We have to, Chris, we have to say allegedly, Chris. We got to say it because this YouTube, you got to say allegedly because they'll say you're spreading false teaching and stuff like that, false information. So we have to say allegedly. Yeah, that's why you keep hearing me say allegedly. But I want y'all who are wise to put it together. Okay? The ones who are wise, put it together. Understand something is not right. Okay? Allegedly. So now, here we go. I want y'all to hear this, okay? Check this out.
See somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you.
No, I don't.
It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better.
No, actually, I just want you to be competent and be able to help me if I'm on fire. That would be great.
Is she strong enough to do this?
I mean, it seems like a reasonable question.
Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
I am in the wrong place because my house is on fire, so no, that's true.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency.
Now, let me share something with you. That was one of the fire chiefs. That was one of the fire chiefs right there that was talking. Okay? That was one of the fire chiefs that was talking. All right? And she said you want to see people that look like you when you're in a, when you're in a crisis. Is that true? Do you care what color this person is that's coming to save you? Put it in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. Do you care what color the person is that is coming to save you? Put it in the chat. Let me know. I just want to know. Put it in the chat. Let me know. Do you care? Yes or no? Do you care what color this person is that's coming to save your ass from a burning house? Now, what everybody who just said no, that's the common sense answer. Okay? That's the common sense answer. Hell no. Save me, damn it. I don't care what color you are. Now, I'm going to share something with you. Only time I have a problem, okay? This is the only time I got a problem. Now you get surgery done. You're going to get surgery. Okay? Now, this is nothing to really compare to, but you know what I'm saying when you go get surgery, right? Okay? Some people, they want, the doctor to be a certain color. Not me. Not me. You know what I want to see on the doctor? I just want to see he got some gray hair. Okay? I just want to see he got some gray hair. He's seasoned. You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying? Sister 1973, I see you, baby. I see you. I just want him to be seasoned. That's all. I don't care what color you are, black, white, Hispanic, Asian. I don't care what background you got. I don't give a damn. Long as you're seasoned. You got some surgeries under the belt and they have been successful. Then yes. You understand? Then yes. I don't care what color you are. But nobody will get in here and tell me they care about what color a fireman is. Okay? Or if this is a DEI hire. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. So in the midst of this person saving you, you say, oh, I don't want you to save me. You know what I'm saying? You get out there, you say, oh no, I don't want you to save me. You're a white man. You a black man. You an Asian man. You a Latino man. I want a woman to come save me. I will leave your ass right there. I'll leave you in that burning house and I'll walk away. Yes, because that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. She said it would be nice if someone arrives to the house and the person looks like you. No. I want to know if you can save my ass from the second floor. Okay? I want to know if you can save my ass from the second floor. The house is on fire, bitch. I want to know if you can save my ass from the second floor. Okay? If you gotta bust the window open and get me and you out of that house, can your ass pick me up if I got hurt and carry my big ass down the ladder? You can carry my big ass down the ladder with you. That's what I want to know. Can you lift me, bitch? Can you lift me? Oh my goodness. I want y'all to hear this, because this is a resident saying something. Okay? This is a resident from California saying something. I want y'all to hear what she said. I want you to hear what she said. Here she go.
I'm going to keep it as G as I can. It's a predominantly black, rural, poor area. They don't give a fuck. The Tuesday after the fire, when they first put the shelter-in-place order, I woke up to a dead body in my driveway Wednesday morning. It's one of the homeless gentlemen in the area. He had lung problems, and for them to say that it has no effects, it's not going to do nothing to you. The man had went to the heart doctor that morning and was told he was good. The next day, he was dead in my driveway. Firefighters are having to replace their trucks. They're having to replace their uniforms. The locks on the doors near the businesses, nearby lab, the businesses, they're melted. This has happened multiple times. For it to happen multiple times, you're giving everybody in this community your ass to kiss. Because why are you telling the businesses to evacuate? They can't open because it might have long-term health effects being exposed long, but you telling the black residents over here to shelter in place.
Shelter in place.
Miss me with the bullshit. Yeah. I'm going to keep it as G as I can.
She said, I'm going to keep it as G as I can. Hey, Loss, how are you? It's good to see you. She said, I'm going to keep it as G as I can. Okay? This is a California resident. You know? Okay? Shout out to DEI Hire. You know? Get that. That's right. Shout out to DEI Hire. Get that. Okay? Get that. Oh, I want, you know, you when you see somebody, this is the shit she said. This is what she said.
See somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you.
No, I don't.
It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better.
No, actually, I just want you to be competent and be able to help me if I'm on fire. That would be great.
Is she strong enough to do this?
I mean, it seems like a reasonable question.
Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
I am in the wrong place because my house is on fire, so no, that's true.
That doesn't,
You want to see somebody that responds to you.
Now, check this out. Check this out. Now, I done shared the video on our group chat in IG. And y'all got to see the way she ran off this fire truck. She ain't gonna save nobody. The way she ran off this fire truck like she was in motion. Okay? She was in motion like she was going to save somebody. Let me share something with y'all, my sisters. Okay? I don't care how much you cut your hair. I don't care how much you strap those titties down with tape. I don't care. Okay? I don't care how some of y'all go and strap let me say it again. I don't care how much you go and strap a dildo, okay, to your bottom, okay, to your bottom, okay. You ain't gonna never be a man. I said it. I said it. I know it's nasty, but because you believe that you have the strength of a man, that you will go and get a job that needs superhuman strength. I know it's right. I know it's right. Okay? I know it's right. But it's nasty though. I know. Y'all said no, she didn't. That bitch. Listen, I said it. I said it. 2025 is the year of us saying we cannot do everything a man can do. Y'all want to be a man so bad it's not funny. Y'all want to be a man so bad y'all think it's funny. A crisis happened. I don't give a damn if you a DEI hire. What I give a damn is if can you take my big ass out the window and down the ladder? Can you lift me, bitch? That's what I want to know. Like if I can't walk out of if I can't get my ass out this house, can you lift me, bitch? I just want to know. And I ain't calling nobody directly a bitch, but I'm saying, can you lift me? Because y'all want to be politically correct. Y'all want to get in here and say, okay, for you to be the fire chief, you know, you have to have college education. You have to have all these things, right? Okay. But they can't even do the job themselves. They can't lift a person twice their size. They can't climb up a ladder, pick somebody up, and bring them down the ladder for safety. They cannot. But you made them fire chief. They don't know where the water come from for the fire hydrant. That's the most dumbest shit I ever heard. You don't know where the water comes from for the fire hydrant? It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Now, we're going to go into something else. We're going to go into, it's the same thing, but we're going into another content creator. And I want y'all to hear the breakdown how he do it, okay? Now, let's go in. Here we go. Now, you know it's going to be a commercial first. Shout out to Anthony Brian Logan. Shout out to that brother. He always have amazing content, okay? And I want y'all to hear how he breaks this down. Do you hear me? I want you to hear how he breaks this down. Because we have come to the point that we're catering to everybody because you want them in certain positions. And we are risking the lives of American people all because you want to be politically correct. All because you don't want to tell the truth of what is what. You don't want to hurt nobody.
To stand up as a chief and exactly say, justifiably, what the fire department needs to operate to meet the demands of the community.
Did they fail you?
That is our job, and I tell you, that's why I'm here. So let's get us what we need so our firefighters can do their jobs.
Did they fail you?
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about LA Fire Department Chief Christian Crowley throwing the city of Los Angeles, including, I would suppose, the mayor, Karen Bass, totally under the bus for not giving them what they needed to deal with this fire situation, and also, I would assume, to prevent the fire from happening in the first place. You may have seen some of the headlines. I've already covered this a little bit, although we got a lot more to get into today, but you may have seen some of the reports. There's no pressure in the hydrants to put up in the water hose to fight the fire, or there may be no water at all. So they got the hose, hook it up to the hydrant, ain't nothing happening. So they're trying to find water from wherever they can. Then, of course, you're not maintaining the forest, raking the brush, you're not doing anything to prepare. And these things have been known for 30, 40 years. The reservoir was empty months ago to fix it. It's just so many things happening in the city that reek of incompetence, and the incompetence has become deadly because now people have lost their lives, they've lost their possession, they've lost their loved ones, their lives are gone. This is an unmitigated disaster.
It is.
Now, before I go any further into it, can I point out a few things about leadership in LA Fire Department?
Now I want to share something with y'all. Okay, this might be a little triggering. Okay, because he gonna say what these women really are. Okay, so it's gonna be a little triggering. Anything that he says. Okay, you know how they put a disclaimer out there that this is not the views of the host. Okay, now some of his views is my views. Okay, some of his views is my views. I like his content. Some of his views is not my views. I'm not going to tell y'all which views is not my views. Okay? I'm not going to tell y'all. But I'm going to tell y'all, listen. Okay? Listen. All right? Okay? And don't be offended. All right? Let's continue.
Let's just check it out right here. Look at this. DEI. Statistically, there is a 0% chance that the 3 very best candidates for LAFD fire chief would all be lesbians. Christina Crowley, fire chief, $439,000 salary. Christina Kepner, assistant chief, $254,000 salary. Christine Larson, equity chief, salary, $399,000. Now, how do you find 2 bulldaggers and 1 regular hall monitor library looking lesbian woman to be in leadership at LAFD? And why do they all have the same name, basically? Christina, and Christine. KKK. How do you find that without it being intentional? That's like the NBA all of a sudden becoming 90% white American male. It's just not realistic without there being intentional things done to make it happen. All right.
And all these women you put at the helm of the fire department because they have the education. I understand. But they don't have the logic. They don't have the brute strength to do this job. But yet, they have the education. They have the degrees to do this job. But they don't have the logic and the understanding to do this job. These 3 are like cash cows. Y'all just giving them money and they sitting on it and eating it up.
Let's go a little bit more. This is the person in the middle. What's her name? I believe her name is Christina Kepner. We'll see what her name is in a minute. But this is somebody in leadership at LAFD. And this is what they're doing, in my opinion, rather than focusing on fighting fires and making sure that people's homes, properties, and lives are protected. Check it out.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better. Is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
Okay, and then it says only about 5% of working firefighters are women. I wonder why. Anybody want to guess why? Anybody want to guess?
Anybody want to guess why, though? Why is it only 5% of women in the fire departments all across the United States? Why is it only 5%? Anybody know why? I'm going to give y'all the easy answer, okay? I'm going to give you the easy answer. That job is hard as shit. Do you hear me? I'm going to give you the easy answer right there. Won't have to go through nothing else. That job is hard as shit. Do you hear me? Oh my goodness. Here we go.
Men are better at being able to run into a burning building and save somebody. Just maybe. Just like women are better at being nurses, which is why 90% of all nurses are women.
That's true.
Just maybe people are better at doing certain things than others, depending upon their gender. Okay, and you can see this little run right. Look at this run. I mean, come on, man. Like, seriously, like, what are we doing? Now, let's get to this interview right here. Again, this is the chief, Christian Crowley. Okay, one of the 3 Ks. All right.
You know what always irked my nerve? Sometimes you hear couples on social media that they'll get up here and say, we don't have no gender roles. That's what they always tell you. Like, married couples, they always say that. We don't have these young ones, y'all foolish ones that be saying that nonsense. We don't have gender roles in our house, okay? And you know what is my first question when they say that? So when an intruder gets in the house, who go beats up the intruder? Who deletes the intruder? If you don't have gender roles in the house, okay, who takes out the intruder? There's no gender roles, right? So who gets it? Do y'all flip a coin? Okay? Do we flip a penny in here and shit? Okay? Oh my goodness. Here we go.
What she says, and let's really get into it.
Period.
Did the city of Los Angeles fail you and your department and our city?
It's my job to stand up as a chief and exactly say, justifiably, what the fire department needs to operate to meet the demands of the community.
Did they fail you?
That is our job, and I tell you, that's why I'm here. So let's get us what we need so our firefighters can do their jobs.
Did they fail you?
Yes.
Now she messed up when she said that. Do you hear what I'm saying? Lost in translation, I saw what you put. She messed up when she said that. The reporter asked, did they fail you? Did they fail you? She said, yes. Okay? Now, you got a problem with your mayor now because your mayor put you in that position because she wanted the whole United States to know, okay? She wanted the whole United States to know that her state or her city is the first to have 3 women fire chiefs, okay? And so she probably aired you out a new one about calling her out with a newscaster. She probably was pissed as hell because allegedly they said when you walked out of her office, she called you, and allegedly they said when you walked out of her office, your face was fire red and it looked like you were crying because she tore that ass up, allegedly. She tore that ass up. She let you know, bitch, don't you turn on me because I'm the one that's got you a big ass salary, okay? It wasn't because you could do the job, bitch. It wasn't because you could do the job. I put you there because it's a DEI hire. I know it's nasty. I said what I said. I know it's nasty.
Look, I appreciate the honesty. I appreciate the honesty. Now, some may see it as finger pointing and all this, that, and the third, but I think everybody that's watching this video understands the level of incompetence and graft and wokeness that exists in California. We all know that. It's not really a secret. And it's not just about the mayor, Karen Bass of Los Angeles. It's about Gavin Newsom, Nancy Pelosi, everybody in California in leadership. They're all to blame, in my humble opinion. You got some that are trying to change things, but in general, leadership in that state is bad.
Chief Kristen Crowley, I believe the anchors wanted to ask a question.
Yes,
some comments.
We do, Gigi. If you could please ask her regarding the Times article that came out that the Santa Ynez Reservoir was closed to repairs and it was empty. 117 million gallons of water could have been used in this fight.
The question is about the Santa Ynez Reservoir being empty. There's been a lot of questions about that.
Sure. So my stance on this is when a firefighter comes up to a hydrant, we expect there's going to be water. We don't control the water supply. Our firefighters are there to protect lives and property and to make sure that we're properly trained and equipped. That's my position on this. So if there's no water, I don't know how the water gets to the hydrants. Please.
So that's number 2. She shouldn't have said that part. Okay. So she already done said that the leadership has failed her. Okay, that's number 1. Okay, this is why she got chewed the fuck out today. Okay, that's number 1. Okay, allegedly. Okay, that she sat up there and said the leadership failed her. Okay, and now the second part she said is that she don't know where this water come from. I don't know. I'm the fire chief, bitch. Okay, I'm the fire chief, bitch. But I don't know where the water come from. You're the fire chief. You're the head ninja in charge, okay? But you don't know where the water come from. Baby, you said what? You don't know where the water come from. If you like the content, please hit the like and subscribe button. Please also donate to the channel as well, okay? Donate to the channel as well. Cash App is pinned at the top of the stream, baby. She said, the leadership has failed us. And I don't know where the water comes from for the fire hydrant. Aren't you? You're the chief, though. You're the chief. Now, you can't help that leadership failed. You can't help that. But the part about the water for the fire hydrant, you're the chief. You're supposed to know where that water come from. You're supposed to know if that reservoir was messed up. Is there another game plan where this water gonna come from if we have a fire? You're supposed to know where. Oh my goodness.
EWP or whomever controls that part. But I can tell you the resiliency of our firefighters, if there's no water, they're going to go find water. They're going to figure out a way to do the best they can with what they've got in a very dynamic situation.
Let's pause for a second. Now, one thing I keep hearing from a lot of people that don't know a lot about politics, they say, oh, well, California pays so much in federal taxes. They got all this money, the biggest economy, one of the biggest economies in the world, all this, that, and the third. They don't need America. Well, where's the water at, though? Where's the water at? You see, in order to be self-governing, you got to have competent governance. And that's a thing that you guys don't really have.
And I know you expressed concerns that those DWP hydrants would not be inspected thoroughly because of the budget cuts.
That is something to...
Now I'm going to share something with you. You know who checks the fire hydrants over here in South Jersey? It's the water company. It's the water company. And the water company is what? Owned by the city. So they come and check the fire hydrants. They do. Now, maybe some cities, the fire department sends someone out to check the fire hydrants. But in South Jersey, it's the water company that's owned by the city, of course. They come out and check the fire hydrants. They let them know how strong that water coming out and all that stuff like that. They write it down. They notify the residents that they coming out to check the fire hydrants. So I'm going to share something with you. Y'all knew those fire hydrants didn't work. Ain't nobody going to tell me y'all didn't know. Y'all knew those fire hydrants didn't work. Let's continue.
Discuss, and we're going to look into that in regard to how we can ensure there's going to be water when we need it. But in the end, I'm going to defer that to DWP and whomever else controls the supply. I can guarantee you that when our firefighters showed up on that day with what they had, they did absolutely everything they could do to rescue and to save people's lives and property. And that's the bottom line. Now let's get them what they need to do their jobs. And
Let's get them water, Chief, because I was with your firefighters and they literally were watching a house burn down with pain in their eyes, not being able to do anything except pull water from a swimming pool to try to save a nearby structure that wasn't burning, and literally watching a house burn to the ground because they had no water.
That's exactly right. But did they continue to work, and did they continue to do what they had to do the best they could with what they...
Now that's the stupidest shit that you could even say. So they took water from a nearby pool and tried to save another structure. That's the stupidest shit that you could said at that time. What was that pool water going to do? Okay? Lost in translation said they did the best they could. Oh my damn. Green Bean said, after all that. Sister 1973 said, and they got all the looting and stuff too. Oh my goodness. Come on now, y'all read the room. I told y'all, the smoke and mirrors is not the problem. What's going on behind the curtain is the problem. What have I always said to y'all? America is a big titty bitch, okay? With a cowgirl hat on. I think I always say cowboy. Cowboy hat on. With a blonde wig. Driving on 20s. With a 40 in one hand, cigar in the other. Okay? Got $1,000 sticking out of her titty. That nasty bra. $1,000 sticking out of her titty, that left titty. Got the cell phone in the right titty. With the cowboy boots on in a mini skirt. She don't move unless it's some money. Do you hear me? She don't move unless there is some money in there. She don't move unless it's some money. Ain't nobody gonna tell me anything different. There's a reason why all that happened. Now, I ain't trying to scare nobody, but there's a reason why all that happened, allegedly. I told y'all, stop paying attention to the smoke and mirrors. What's going on behind the curtain is much worse. Let's continue.
Yes. Follow-up. Thank you very much for talking to us. We appreciate it. I believe we have a follow-up question from the studio.
Question on that reservoir issue. Is the fire department aware of when these resources are depleted, just like that reservoir had?
That's a good question. So are they told about the water? Are they told, hey, you guys may experience a lack of pressure or a lack of water because we're doing this particular maintenance and we had to drain the reservoir? They're probably not told anything by anybody. And then when they go out there to the actual hydrant, they're like, where's the water? If they were told about this, then they wouldn't be surprised that when they go to the hydrant, ain't no water. Or the water does not have enough pressure to do anything.
No water. Was she aware of that fact, that it was under construction and there was no water there?
Sandra Enville, one of our anchors, wants to know if the department is advised that the Santa Ynez Reservoir was going to be emptied. Were you aware that there was no water there?
No, we weren't aware of that.
They don't have to advise you?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
So you had no idea that there wasn't... No.
Did she just say that? Did she just say that? She was not aware. They don't have to advise the fire chief, the fire chief, that there's no water. Did she just say that? Did she just say that? They don't have to advise her if there's water. This is the fire chief, y'all. Oh my goodness.
Of course not. Of course not. Because why would they go? Like they were already. If they knew that, then they would tell them, "Hey, we got the Santa Ana winds. It's dry. There's a high risk for wildfires, so we need that water in the reservoir." That'd be a common sense thing to say. Now, after this particular interview, the chief was called into a meeting. Okay, a private meeting with Mayor Karen Bass.
Of course.
The same woman who was asked about going to Ghana on a taxpayer-funded trip while the state of California burned and was speechless. Yeah, that same mayor. Let's check out what's happening here.
Of course.
NBC4's Robert Kovacic. LA Fire Department Chief Kristen Crowley has now been summoned to meet with Mayor Karen Bass.
He joins us live from LA City Hall with breaking details you'll see only on 4. Robert.
Michael and Colleen, you are exactly right, and I am going to quote you here because that is what sources told us. It is a complex and perhaps head-scratching moment in the firefight going on right now throughout the city of Los Angeles. Sources told NBC4 that Fire Chief Kristen Crowley this afternoon had been summoned to Mayor Bass's office, and that is where we are right now. We are standing outside of the office where the meeting that took place at 4 o'clock is still...
Is that her behind all these officers? What's up with the police escort?
underway.
NBC.
Okay, or that might have been Karen Bass. I can't really tell. But I read a little bit about the meeting. There was an article floating around, and it might have been from Daily Mail. If I'm wrong, y'all correct me. But there was an article floating around saying that the chief had gotten fired. But then local media contacted the mayor's office, and they said that the chief had not been fired. So I don't know. By the time you see this, maybe she might have been fired. Maybe she won't be. But as I close, I want to say this.
So listen, shout out to Anthony Brian Logan. This brother content is always fire. Always fire. I love his content. So I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna let that go. The problem is that she not gonna fire her. She can't fire her right now. Okay? It won't be right now. When the smoke cleared, they gonna fire her. They're not gonna do it right now. They not. Right now they ain't gonna say nothing. Okay? Cause they gotta do something about that fire. All them fires, they gotta do something about that. So right now they not gonna fire her. Okay? But they gonna fire her. They gonna fire her. Because she went against the grain. How many things have I pointed out that she went and told the truth? She told the truth. Leadership has failed us. She said, I don't know where the water comes from for the fire hydrant. She says, I didn't know the reservoir was not working at the time. And they did not have to tell me when it is working or when it is not working. That's the most stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. But she said it. She said it. And this is why we have to make 2025 normal. That women get out here and say, I can't do the same job that a man can do. We got to make it normal. I can't do the same job that a man can do. I said what I said. We have to make it normal. We do. Because it doesn't make sense what's going on. It doesn't. We are putting the lives of innocent Americans in danger because you want to be politically correct. Granted, if we want to get out here, y'all want to say, you know, women are smarter than men. They're more educated than men. They're more everything than men. Y'all want to get out here every time y'all get out here and say this stuff like that. But they don't have no logic. You being a captain, you don't know where the water comes from for the fire hydrant. You didn't know that the reservoir has been emptied. And y'all didn't, nobody asked, where are we going to get this water from if some shit go down? Nobody was proactive in clearing the brush, okay? Nobody was proactive in wetting down the woods or nothing. Nobody was proactive in this thing. And so we supposed to just continue and act like we don't see the shit going on in California. It's wrong. It's wrong. You got all women running that place. I said it. And nobody wants to take accountability for the shit that's going on. Gavin Newsom is doing nonsense because he think he gonna be president in 2028. He think he gonna be president in 2028. That's why he doing everything he can to try to look like he's a good governor and stuff like that. But I want to share something with you, Gavin. I want to share something with you. JD 2028, baby. You ain't getting that. You ain't gonna get that. JD 2028, baby. You ain't getting that, Gavin. You have screwed up with this one right here. Okay? This one right here, because y'all was trying to pass the buck to everybody. Oh no, this is a state issue. What do you mean a state issue? You knew she cut the budget by 17.6 million. You knew she cut the budget for that much. And you as the governor couldn't tell her, wait a minute. That's too much money. Wait a minute. I hear you, Daniel. I hear you. God forbid, though. God forbid. If anything happened, let them go away, naturally. No nonsense, because I don't think America can take that. Okay? Listen. It's foolery. I'm sorry. And that's the uncomfortable truth. That we don't want to hear. That's the uncomfortable truth. That's the sad part about all this nonsense. We don't want to hear it. Check this out. I want y'all to hear this, and then I'm going to let y'all go because we've been talking for a long time. I'm going to let y'all go after this, okay? Listen to what this young man said. Shout out to Stephanie Mills. I love her content. She posts a lot of stuff. I follow her on IG. Listen to this.
In LA are more than the Palisades fire, and I need people to realize that. I keep seeing this graphic float around about the size of the Palisades fire in acreage compared to the size of Manhattan in acreage. And while this fire is absolutely insane and it's horrible for everyone in the Pacific Palisades, the Eaton fire that's happening in Altadena is absolutely equal in the amount of damage that it's done, but no one is talking about it. The Eaton fire has burned down 13,690 acres of land. Altadena, which is the town that is completely impacted by that, is all but gone. Altadena is the first middle-class Black neighborhood in Los Angeles and in California. A lot of those homes that were lost were generational homes that Black people first were able to buy ever in this city and ever in this state. I feel like just because Altadena is a more diverse city with more working class people who happen to also be Black, people aren't talking about it. So I'm going to talk about it. Altadena was one of the few places in the country that restricted redlining and prevented Black people from buying homes. So Black people, after the Great Migration, when they came to California, it was a place where educators, creatives, and artists could thrive in Altadena. So most of those homes there, even though they're worth millions today, they were bought relatively cheaply 70, 60 years ago. And that goes for a lot of the homes that burned down. A lot of people assume that these people are rich because they have a $10 million house. That $10 million house was $200,000 or $100,000 50 years ago. It just went up in value. I think from the outside looking in, a lot of people don't feel sympathy for people in Los Angeles because they have an archetype of what they think a Los Angeles resident is, and that's a rich white celebrity. Whereas the bulk of this city is average working class people. 450,000 people are homeless in this city. There's 4 million people in LA, of which 300,000 are millionaires. That leaves the rest in a working class tax bracket. And people shouldn't have to be poor for you to have empathy, right? We should be able to empathize with someone's life being burned down. And I think it's just really sad that, one, there's a lack of coverage of the fire that is just as big as the Palisades fire. Yeah. And two, how people can just be evil online. True. We gotta do better.
Gotta do better. He's right. We do. Thank you for tuning into my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you feel the content. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I know I don't usually do a late night, okay? I don't usually do a late night, but I missed this morning, so I wanted to make sure I got to y'all, okay? Now, the ending poll, we're going to finish it. Should the fire chief know where the water comes from for the fire hydrant? 92% said true. They supposed to know. 8% says false, okay? Now, y'all 8% foolish people, please unfollow me, okay? 263 votes, okay? Now, it done changed to 7%. But y'all 7% foolish people, please unfollow me, okay? Because that's nonsense, Okay? The fire chief is supposed to know where the water come from for the hydrants. Okay? They supposed to know. So all this, I didn't know, I'm not informed, I didn't know this. She sat up there and said a whole cock and bull story. I didn't know this and that. And this is why I say the throne and the crown does not want women to sit upon it or put it on their head. Because y'all will get up in here and say, I didn't know, yeah, I didn't know. All the time, I didn't know, because you don't want to take the blame. Women don't believe in accountability. Only women who have a lioness mindset, shout out to Crimson Cure, that have a lioness mindset, that they believe accountability is the key. The rest of y'all who getting in here saying, oh, they didn't know, and you vouching for these women, the sad part is that they didn't give a damn. That's the truth. That's the truth. They didn't give a damn. So listen, my dear, I see you to block your content. Well, not your content, but your posts. You don't have to watch me, baby. This is grown folks conversation. You don't have to watch me, honey. I know you know that. Let's continue. Green beans, thank you, sir. I need you to do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe button if you feel the content. Okay? Baby, you can scroll up. You can scroll up, right? Okay, thank you. So now, hit the like and subscribe button if you feel the content. Also, donate to the channel. We have Cash App, Venmo, Super Chat as well. If you feel the content. Okay? If you feel the content. All right? If you want to shop with us, our family business is called ubmrexfashion.com. Okay? Mercari, POSHMARK, and eBay. The links are there in my bio. If you want to come shop with our family business. Okay? Also, if you want to buy merch, scroll to the top of the page. You will see shop or store. Okay? And if you're interested, okay, come and shop with me on YouTube. So we got hoodies, shirts, mugs, water bottles, baby clothes as well. They got me in a cartoon form that says in the bubble letters, take heed to the message. Okay? Green Bean said that might be kids. I don't think so. My content is not supposed to go to children. But anyway, whatever. Okay? Now, I gotta go. Much love to you all. God willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow morning, as usual. And we got something good to talk about. It's a little bit funny, okay? It's a little bit funny. Much love to you all. Y'all take it easy. And we're going to go out with the pH Balance song. Oh, Chris, thank you, babe. I appreciate you. Chris gave another $5 super chat. Chris said, if your one job is to put out fire, should you know where to get the water to put out the fire? Now, Chris, you ain't lying now. Chris, you ain't lying, damn it. You ain't lying. They supposed to know, damn it. They supposed to know. Chris, thank you, baby, for the $5. Okay. All right, y'all. Much love to you all. Y'all have a good night. And we're going to go out with that pH Balance song that I just found. Snoop Dogg dropped this thing on his platform, and I got to keep it because it's so funny. Here we go.
You got to check that pH balance, baby.
You got to do a little too.
pH balance, baby.
Got to check that pH balance, baby.
You got to check that pH balance, baby.
Yes, honey. Yes.
Got pH balance, baby.
That's nasty, ain't it? That's nasty.
Something is off.
Something's off.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
Something is in the air.
Something's in the air tonight. Yes.
Something smells fishy.
Something smells fishy.
And we ain't eating fish. What the hell is this?
Have a good night, everybody.
Sex is good, but please do